Picking up right where we left off in our last episode, where we just spent 4 relaxing days at anchor in the spacious and beautiful Squirrel Cove on the eastern shore of Cortes Island. Today is a short passage to Lund. With a light wind on our stern, we unfurled our Helix Gennaker and enjoyed a quiet sail to the Copeland Islands. The Copelands lie just north of Lund. It's a busy passage as it is the main corridor to and from Desolation Sound from the south. Motoring through the Copelands, we pass by a few boats tucked into some snug anchorages for the night. Just arrived in Lund, bit of a stern tie, all went well. Met some awesome neighbors from North Vancouver, and we're going to leave nice and early at about 7:45, somewhere around there. Okay, I have to admit, it feels good when someone stops to check out our boat. And, of course, it's a preferred activity for me to check out other people's boats. Alright, back in Lund, heading to the restaurant for a little dinner, having a bit of a deja vu. I think it's the same guy playing some music.
But we don't have to wear masks.
Right. It's a great little place. I really like it here. I'd say this table has a pretty nice view. Well, we've got the big sail up, have about just under 8 knots of wind. We're pretty close to a beam reach right now on a starboard tack, and we're making about 4.2 knots. We're not experts yet with this new sail.
Or with anything.
I'm sure that we'll be able to get better performance if we knew a little bit more about proper trim, but not too bad at all. 4.4 now. Wind's actually picking up a little bit. Yeah, so we're quite enjoying it. Otherwise, we'd be motoring right now. I'm not sure how much of a difference, probably a couple of knots at least of speed. It's a beautiful day. It's nice to be cruising in quiet.
Mm-hmm. It is.
All right, so a little update. So the sails are down. Well, the Gennaker's down, the main's still up. It's not really doing much though. We're motoring. The wind has kind of dropped a little bit, but we also have a long way to go. We're actually headed to Jedediah today, and we haven't been to Jedediah before, and we're really looking forward to it. It's an old homestead there, and there are some meadows to hike through, and apparently it's just a really lovely, nice place to spend a couple of days. So we're going to check that out, and we're making about 6.2 knots under engine power. Okay, time for a little lunch. a very long day and quite a successful day actually in terms of sailing. We've arrived at Boho Bay on Lasqueti Island. It's a really nice picturesque little anchorage. We tried to get into a different anchorage on Jedediah Island, but it was full, just a little bit too small and too full for us to attempt an anchor. So this is our plan B. Unfortunately, this freeze frame was about the best we can do on this sighting of what we think was an orca. We enjoyed it while it lasted. Last night was tough. We both started off sleeping out here in the cockpit. It was super windy and we were just concerned about the anchor pulling. You can see the rock behind us, which is the direction that we're being blown to. So actually we ended up holding pretty well, but it was a loud, noisy, sleepless night. So we'll probably head out late this morning, which is when the wind is forecast to diminish, and we'll head to Gambier. This last week, Catherine and I had an opportunity to reflect on the memorable summer that we had with our friends on our beautiful boat in this beautiful place. The British Columbia coast is expansive, diverse, one of the best cruising areas on the planet, and it's in our backyard. We are so grateful to have this boat and to be able to share it with friends and family. We started boating later than most. We were well into our 40s when we learned to sail and bought our first boat. If you're out there thinking about it or dreaming about it, it is attainable. Our first boat was about the cost of a used car, and it served us well for almost 10 years. Well, here we are at our favorite anchorage on Gambier. Anchoring here is so effortless, especially when it's mostly empty. Catherine's going to head in for a much anticipated swim.
So great!
How was it?
Fantastic, I feel great.
Nice. There's our cover shot right there. We finished our summer cruise with a couple of nights at our favorite weekend anchorage, Port Graves on Gambier Island, which is about a 3 to 4 hour cruise from our home base in Squamish. We would really appreciate a like and subscribe. It's absolutely free and it really helps us a lot. Just log into your Google account and click subscribe on our channel. Thanks so much for watching.